Hi there, I'm Austin Amistoy, a member of Luccock Park Camp's Board of Trustees. Welcome to our Peaks to Pine revival. I hope you've had a chance to see and hear a bit of what we do here at camp every summer. Luccock Park forges faith in people young and old every year, and that faith was built on the hope of a band of Methodists more than 100 years ago who had a vision of what Luccock Park could become. I want to play for you a bit of our history now so you can understand the hope we carry with us every summer at Luccock. This is an adaptation of a history of camp written by the late Reverend L.L. Ortmayer during the 1960s. Our story, according to Ortmayer, begins nearly 10,000 years ago. That was when the huge glaciers of the last great ice age retreated from what is now Paradise Valley and carved the space first known as Grinnell Park after the man who homesteaded it. By the late 1800s, the clearing, about 15 miles to the south of the growing community of Livingston, was a popular place for recreation, including horseback riding. But the story of Luccock Park Camp begins in 1919. In Montana, the Epworth League, which was an organization of young people in the Methodist Church, was eager to get in on the church camping trend that had emerged during World War I. That summer, the State Epworth League held a convention in Billings and decided to hold an institute, or camp, at a location 30 miles north of Helena. It proved so popular, the league quickly decided to hold more camps at more locations around the state. Fast forward 4 years to March 1923, and members of the Livingston District Missionary Conference needed to find a location to hold an Epworth League camp near Yellowstone. Some of the conference members there suggested they all take a trip up to Grinnell Park and scope it out. On March 11th, a group of Epworth League and conference members saddled up a 3-seated buckboard wagon and made their way up the rough trail to Grinnell Park. The lead wagon was driven by Albert Allen, who owned the land the park was on. But it was March in Montana, so the caravan was forced to contend with snowdrifts 2 or 3 feet high along the way, Ortmayer writes. When they finally arrived, the reaction was swift and decisive. The Livingston Conference immediately authorized a committee to form and proceed with all necessary arrangements to make Grinnell Park the future home of the Yellowstone Epworth League camp. Even 100 years ago, though, land was expensive. Mr. Allen would go on to sell Grinnell Park to the conference for a generous sum of $2,500, about $43,000 adjusted for inflation, but even then the conference struggled to find the funds. They paid Mr. Allen back over the course of 5 years after taking out a $1,200 loan from conference members Andy and Rose Seberg. In the spring and summer of 1923, then pastor of Pine Creek United Methodist Church, Reverend Otto G. Ponath, rallied area communities to the task of building a road into camp. With a lot of sweat and a little blood, one road worker actually broke his arm in a dynamite accident. Ponath Trail was completed, named in honor of the pastor who made it happen. And after a stunning spring of frenzied work, conference members were able to drive, push, and pull a Model T Ford up the road and into the new home of Methodist camping in Paradise Valley. Under a Ringling Brothers circus tent salvaged from Billings, the group of more than 250 people dedicated the grounds that summer, quote, to the glory of God, the proclaiming of the gospel, for Christian fellowship, recreation, study, worship, inspiration, dedication, and commitment to Christ and His kingdom. The mission statement reads quite similarly to the one Luccock still holds today, to be a safe sanctuary of Christian hospitality, renewal, and learning within God's natural world. That first camp proved to be an eventful one. That same day, conference members also named the 3 mountains at the east end of camp, from left to right, Faith, Hope, and Charity. Their official names are Mount Delano, Black Mountain, and Mount Cohen. Charity is the tallest peak in the Absaroka Range, standing at more than 11,000 feet. Finally, Grinnell Park was renamed to Luccock Park in honor of Naphtali Luccock, the first resident bishop of Helena who died while serving the region. You know, every time I hear that story, I'm always stuck on that dedication from the summer of 1923. Luccock Park's founding family certainly knew that they'd created something special on the mountainside. Indeed, we celebrated our 100th birthday a couple years ago, 100 years of faith and fellowship, 100 years of bringing campers together, closer to God. Our Peaks to Pine campaign is all about where we want to be 100 years from now. It's about carrying that flame of hope forward to future generations. Please prayerfully consider joining this campaign with a gift significant to you, and thank you for supporting this ministry.